Did you know that the most expensive goat that you have at your farm, it is not the goat which you bought millions and millions of money, but actually it's a goat which brings diseases to your farm? Stay tight with me. Welcome to today's Farmcast. Remember, it is exclusively accumulated by Tavaland Organic Farm. Remember, we told you that we are going to be teaching you the three pillars of goat farming, which is genetics, nutrition, and management. Now, this week I was on TikTok and I saw something that intrigued me really. There is this dear woman who was crying. She went and bought some stock, and after taking that stock at the farm, after I think 3 weeks, in her words, she discovered that actually the stock, the new stock she had brought, it is wiping out the old stock. Before you know it, she was registering a lot of death of her goats. Now, we as farmers, there is something which is very important, but we tend to forego, which is quarantine, goat quarantine. What is quarantine? Quarantine is when you set aside your new stock for a period of time as you observe it to make sure that it does not bring diseases or unwanted parasites on your farm. Now, I want to talk about the region which I understand very well, which is East Africa, Uganda. But quarantine does not only apply to this region, but it's what I want to talk about in this video because it is what I understand best. Now, a lot of vets advise us that you should quarantine your your new stock, for about 30 to 45 days. But for me, I like always to do it for 2 months, which is 60 days. Why? Because by 60 days, really, I'm sure that I have checked whatever that I need to check. I have observed their feeding behavior. I have dewormed. I have done some vaccination. I have done the observation of the new stock in terms of health assessment. I'm assessing if they have any nausea discharge. I'm assessing if they have any lameness. I'm assessing if there are even some goats which are sick, so that they don't affect my old stock that I have at the farm. However, if you don't have an old stock, then you have to deal with this differently. Because again, if you don't have old stock, then why would you quarantine? But I'm talking in context where other farmers, they have old stock, or maybe they are trying to upscale, or they are trying to bring in new stock to make sure that they increase their numbers. Then this is where you have to be really very careful. Because sometimes, as I said in my previous video before, that we tend to buy goats according to their availability. You go to the farm, whether it is a breeder, he gives you new animals. You are banking on the fact that since he has been doing it for a certain period of time, then these animals are healthy from his practices or from just the look of eyes. But not every goat which is sick really can be assessed by the look of by just looking at it. That is why you have to set a certain time aside for quarantine. Now, of course, when you're in quarantine, there are some things which you have to follow. Okay, it's not just setting goats aside just for the matter of setting them aside. There are some things that you have to follow. You should have your healthy assessment of the things that you're looking for when you have your new stock. Now, even in that time of quarantine, sometimes we as farmers, we tend to do mistakes. We tend to find that because we are not very observant and very keen, we are the ones transferring the parasites and animals from one feedlot to another. Now, during quarantine, there are some things which should never mix. You should never mix their feeding troughs. You should never mix their source of water. These things they should not mix. Even where they feed from, if you are on a free range. Let's say if you have like a 50 acre of land, you should divide it in portion so that at least the new stock should access where the old stock has been for about maybe let's say a week has passed. But really, there should never be a time where they are going to mix. Am I clear on that? Am I clear on that? Now, let me go on the other issue, which is the way how we farmers behave in terms of when we are feeding these animals. Something that is ideal should be that if you're feeding these animals, you should be moving from the old stock going to the new stock, not from the new stock going to the old stock. What do I mean? That sometimes when we are putting on our farm gear, we are putting on our gumboots, we are putting on our overalls, you know, these gear, farm gears that we have, sometimes it tends to carry parasites because even our biosecurity is not that tight. So to not put your old stock at risk, you should be feeding uh, the old stock first. The old stock should take priority, moving to the new stock. Are we together? Now, lastly, when your quarantine is done, that should take the ideal time of quarantine. I think it should take around, as I said, I like taking 60 days. Though vets, you can ask for guidance from your vets, but vets here around, they always talk about 45 days to 30 days. However, me, I like doing it for uh, 60 days. Now, in 60 days, there are some things which I always check. Are the goats feeding very well? Tick. Are these goats, have they been dewormed? Yes. Have they been vaccinated? Yes. Do I have any kind of illness? Yes or no? I have to make sure that I check these boxes. After checking these boxes and I'm really sure that my goats are good to go, then that is when I can allow them to mix with the old stock. But even then, when I allow them to mix with the old stock, I have to keep on monitoring them, being vigilant. That's how we call it. Assessing them, seeing their eating habits, seeing are they putting on weight? Is there some kind of weight loss, etc. You have to be vigilant until you are really sure that they have really settled in well. And sometimes it may not be necessarily be diseases. Sometimes it might be maybe shipping fever, which we talked about in our previous videos. Now, when you bring in these goats, another thing which you should be very, very intentional about is taking farm records. And again, I'm going to pin a certain video talking about the books or the record books which you should be having, because you should record these animals, where they are coming from. You should record the farm. You should record the breed. You should record the types of deworming, if at all you have dewormed, the kinds of vaccination that you are going to apply, or if you have already applied them. You should have all these records to make sure that you really know what you're doing, and if there is any case whatsoever where you have to start tracking it. Yeah, this is a short one. I will make an elaborate one, talk about it in depth, but this was about quarantine. If this video makes sense for you, please share, like, tell me something else that I need to talk about, maybe in another subsequent episodes. In the comment, share, like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Catch you on another one. And of course, Uncle P is my lovely name. Peace out.